how are you going to determine the sole significance of microplastics on mortality? Because you can't have a controlled study.
Well,
You
you
know what I mean?
can, just not in the traditional sense. So this would be more, I guess, a tech way of doing things or hardware way of doing things. We would need to reverse engineer it. So instead of filling people with microplastics, we'd have to take a case study group of, let's say, 30, 40, 50 people and completely remove plastic from every part of their life. Organic food, not wrapped, not vacuum sealed, like straight from the farm to the table, all
But even
cotton, all wool.
still, but even still, so that would be fine. But the thing is like, you know, that study of 40, 50 people is not significant.
I know it's a drop in the bucket, but hey, it's a start.
But yeah, but you could do retro, like those kinds of studies.
Reverse engineer.
And then a lot of studies, reverse engineering, but also like retrospective studies, which those are being conducted to some extent. But you have to wait for people to like die and then, determine, okay, in this heart, how much microplastics was there, or in this, you know what I mean? So it can be studied within a population group, but you can't, the studies that we have are going to take years, right? It's
Well, yeah.
not.
Well, not only that, it's not just what makes this one so difficult. Even if you reverse engineer, and you can get a group for, let's just say, you can get 1,000 people to commit, and there's no microplastics around them. I don't understand the world in which they would live to where they don't encounter microplastics on some level.
So I've always thought it was funny. Do you remember there was this huge push that like everywhere had paper straws?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure every now and again I would get a paper straw at like a restaurant or something, and it would come in a plastic wrapper.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
There's a lot of things like that. No,
No.
look, I have a friend. You're going to think this is wild, but this is a true friend and this is a real conversation. He told me he was going to quit vaping probably 3 or 4 times. And one of the
Okay.
last times I was with him, I noticed his vape, there's like a battery light to show you how full it is, and it was brand new full. And I said, "You still vaping? Is that your last one from like a month and a half ago?" And he just smiled. And he goes, "I'm actually going to start smoking cigarettes again to quit vaping." I said, "Wait, you're going to go backwards in life with smoking cigarettes?" And here's his logic. His logic is he quit cigarettes once, but he can't quit vaping. So if he can quit vaping by going to cigarettes, then after some time he can quit smoking cigarettes. And so the point being is that's another paper wrapped in plastic scenario.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thing,
No,
like
100%.
recycled plastic. That just makes you feel good. It's recycled.
It's recycled. I mean, in some ways, I guess it's good we're using plastic from the ocean, but like
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Yeah, that's the other
so
thing,
much
how
is
bad it is for our environment. I mean, it doesn't degrade at all.
well, I mean, if it's in our cells, right? It's in plants, it's in, trees, it's in animals. Like then we're eating the plastic through the animals that it's in their digestive system, and then, what is that effect? And I just think it's a lot. And the funny thing is you were like, I'm going to get rid of my espresso machine, right? And I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I won't spoon. Maybe I'll just use metal spoons when I can. And sometimes I get a little lazy, so I go and I drink out of a plastic water bottle instead of my reusable water bottles. So maybe I'm like, okay, I'm just going to use my reusable water bottle now. But the truth is like you can make all those changes, and like, is it futile? Because you can't get away from plastic.
Well, no, I
So
mean, look at your figs scrubs, polyester,
yeah.
nylon.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you just can't. So like, is it even worth me throwing away these plastic spoons? I'm not throwing them away, but like not using them, anymore.
yeah, well,
Because
yeah, for sure. I think
yeah,
if you can mitigate if you can mitigate something even by 10, 20, 30%, you should definitely do that for sure.
But you don't know that it's 10, 20, 30% because we don't know the impact that it has. What if plastic spoons is like a drop in the bucket and I don't know, my polyester scrubs are, I don't know, seeping through my skin at a much higher rate than that plastic spoon is contributing to my microplastic ingestion.
We need some real lab rats. Just some guys who are like, you know what? Take me to the lab and do what you got to do for the for the greatness of humanity.
I know.
Hook me up, put some plastic in me, and we're going to figure this thing out. We need some of those people.